It wasn't until my retirement that I picked up a paintbrush for the first time. Watercolor painting fulfills my creative spirit and allows me to create my own lines rather than thinking about how I need to stay within them. I come from a very religious home where standards, structures, and expectations are built into my loving upbringing. My parents were much older. I have one sister whom I worship. I could never measure up in the classroom. I was popular with the kids and the teachers, but scolded or frowned on because I could never focus. Lack of focus grew through my public school years. I was always musical. I sang well and played piano by ear, but piano lessons frustrated me. High school brought more woes and concentration. 3 years in grade 9 forced me to change programs. That didn't help much. 33 in French, 17 in math. History, English, and music saved my average every year. After being asked to present the graduating speech for our 2 grade 12 classes, I received accolades from staff and students alike. My speech was a 10-verse poem mentioning each of their names. My first job brought me pride, and I was immediately accepted there. Next, I got married, and we had 2 beautiful children, all very accepted. From the outside, everything was perfect. But after 7 years, my children and I left to begin our new life. I went home to my folks with my 5-month-old and my 5-year-old. We began our adventure and never looked back. As deeply as I loved my children, I know now that I was unable to offer quality time to them, to us. It was easier to work 3 jobs than to sit still and have a normal family conversation. I worked that much not only because it was financially necessary, but because it maintained my sanity. Despite this journey, my children grew up to be responsible, trustworthy, and loving adults. But my problems still remained. Ability to focus or concentrate on the little things just wasn't there, no matter my efforts. So I began researching attention deficit disorder. All of the criteria point directly at me, summing up my whole life. My family doctor agreed to explore these new findings and put through a referral to the person known for specializing in ADHD, a child psychiatrist, and me at the age of 55. Regardless, he acknowledged and validated me. This was my aha moment. That day, my life climbed a hill, and I was at the top. I cried from sheer joy and relief and gave myself the best hug ever. I began a regime of prescriptions and felt like a new woman. My step was lighter. I had been acknowledged, accepted, and felt someone had finally listened to me. Every day I surprised myself. I was able to read a book, write a letter, have a meal with friends and family, and not leap away from the table. I could sit and listen to music, play the way I wanted to. Everything started to come together. I could do this. Everything in my life was becoming clearer. The fuzz that was in my brain was dissipating. Life was actually coming into focus.